FIFA World Cup 2026 quarterfinals. Who will progress to the next stage? Enjoy the live commentary and watch along. Greetings to everybody. This is Tetteh YouTube channel.
Not tight control though. Decoy got a chance to slip in there and kick it out. For another throw in, just in line with the 18-yard box. Pedro Porro standing over the ball. He's taking him quickly towards Olmo. Olmo gave him the opportunity there. Just one goal so far for Lamine Yamal. I was knocking him earlier. He's got one goal, no assists so far. So by his standards, you would be expecting a little bit more perhaps. But Mbappe, the one I forgot is Mbappe, by the way. Just that small token. Mbappe, Messi, Haaland and Harry Kane leading the way. Lamine Yamal has got a few more tournaments in him, of course. I'm sure he'd be expecting himself to be up there in the goal scoring sense as well. Doku on his left-hand side is getting battered there. He's won a throw-in though from Michael Oliver, but he was being kicked like crazy from behind. Doku's just asking the referee, like, what's going on here, mate? Throwing to Belgium though. They're taking it quickly. Over towards Ngoy it goes. All the way back to Courtois. Courtois in his penalty area. He's got 6 Spanish players right in front of him. He's opted to go long though, all the way over the top towards Cucurella. Simon, who comes out in the end to claim that ball, takes all the pressure off the defenders. Did a great tournament so far, Unai Simon. I think if he keeps a clean sheet today, that might be a record. I don't think any team or any goalkeeper in particular has kept 6 clean sheets in a row in the World Cup. So it's a big milestone for them to try and overcome. I think they equaled the record of 5, but this would be a new record if they manage to accomplish it. Let's see if Belgium are the ones who are breaking that deadlock. De Bruyne cuts himself inside the Napoli man. Feels weird saying that after watching him play for Man City for so long. Throw into Belgium right on the halfway line on that right hand side. They've gone backwards though, Ngoy. Kubasi was the defender up against De Bruyne there, so nice to see the young players get plenty of game time here for Spain. There was such talent in their ranks. Kubasi and Lamine Yamal, so it's the Barcelona La Masia who are providing the talent here, the talent conveyor belt. They have Gavi and they have Pedri on the bench as well. Rodri, in the middle it goes towards Cucurella, Laporte, Cucurella linking up nicely there towards the far left hand side, Fabian Ruiz. Makes it a little bit of a tug. I think that was on Baena. Given a free kick is Trossard with the foul, don't need that. It's a free kick to Spain on the far side, far left hand side for Spain. But yeah, Trossard didn't need to do that little pull. He had a teammate there, Castagna, to help him defend. Now he's set it up quite nicely for Spain, so whip a ball in. There are 2 players standing over this. It's Porro, and I think it's Lamine Yamal. We'll be seeing who's whipping this one in. Plenty of Belgian players back there defending. They've got obviously the superstar that is Courtois in goal, so it's going to take something special to beat Courtois. Ball is whipped in with pace, it's blocked by the wall. Fabian Ruiz, the edge of the box, is struck by Rodrigo. It's blocked, it's up into the air. Belgium defenders desperately trying to get the ball away, still trying to hack it away. Managed to do so in the end. Second time, they fire it through the middle. I think that's Raskin. Doesn't get very far though. Raskin's back on the ball now though after the first initial clearance. He's back there cleaning up once again. And now with Courtois, back to Raskin. The Rangers man making a good name for himself here in the World Cup quarter-finals from the Scottish Premier League. The last day victory against Hearts, securing the title. Quite the thriller that one was. Pedro Porro going through the back of Doku, conceding the free kick in Belgium's half, so no real danger there whatsoever, but Pedro Porro making himself aware to the referee. Plenty of Premier League players on this pitch as well, of course, or former Premier League players even as well. Enrique Laporte, Cucurella, Rodri. Right now, my list is exhausted. Courtois, Castagna currently playing with Fulham. Ball is launched up the pitch. It's headed down very nicely by Tetteh, but no one else near him, unfortunately. There's quite a lot of effort to get to that ball. No one near him. His body expression after was a little bit of exasperation because he didn't win that header against Kubasi. Ball attempted to be thread through towards Olmo. It's cut out though by Michele once again. Ngoy over the right hand side towards Castagna. Castagna in towards the feet of Raskin. Raskin's gone long. He's threaded that ball over the top of the defenders. It's a great ball through to Tetteh. It's an amazing last-ditch tackle by Laporte. That was absolutely crucial because Tetteh had the pace on him. The ball was going beyond Laporte, and he did get his foot to that ball and steers it towards his goalkeeper. Otherwise, Tetteh was in. Spain on the ball here. That's Kubarsi inside Belgium's half. Belgian players right in front of him, so he opts to go to the other side of the pitch. Laporte over towards the far side. He's found Baena. Rodri still in line with the centre circle. Not really made too much progress, Spain. He's threaded that ball through beautifully. It's been picked out, and Ngoy blocks that ball at point blank range. Calls for a handball, but absolutely no chance. It struck at him from point blank range. I think we can have a little look at it though, but that should be his point blank range, both hand if anything. But that's a good through ball. I think it's Kubasi. It was onside. It's threaded through to Baena, I think it was. It was struck with power. It does come off the hand of Ngoy, but his hand was to the side. He didn't move his hand towards the ball. This is a penalty. That would be very, very disappointing, but I think they've decided, quite rightly, more ball to hand than anything else. Tetteh with the header. He's found in Doku picks up the ball on this left-hand side, trying to get the overlap here. He's threaded that ball through. He's got the overlap. He threads that ball into the middle, straight into the hands of Simon. Good play by De Kuiper. Good play by Doku. That's a great lung bursting right man. Ultimately, ran out of pitch. Force it into the penalty area, but it's a bit too close. I can get enough purchase on the ball to keep it away from the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper quite gratefully just catches it at the near post. Job done. Spain coming forward now. Olmo into the middle. Given Rodri more to do than I guess he intended to do. But does well to deal with it. Finds his way back to Kubasi. Laporte linking up quite nicely. It's into the far left-hand side is Cucurella. Cucurella tries to fire it on the floor into the middle. It's cut out though. It's cut out once again by Spain. Win the ball high up the pitch. Rodri onto Dani Olmo from distance. No, he's gone to Lamal. Nope, he's been cut out once again. Now Belgium are driving forward. Doku at pace over the halfway line. He's got Pedro Porro backtracking. He's taken on Kubasi. He's got past Kubasi. Pedro Porro is desperately trying to pull his shirt. Doku beats his man. Onto the right-hand side it goes. Belgium in the penalty area. Struck. It's blocked by Cucurella. Cucurella does well there. Tetteh gets the ball back though on the right-hand side. He's got support Castagna. It's cleared by Cucurella. Great defending on the far left-hand side by Spain. It's gone out for a throw though in line with the 18-yard box. See Fernando Hierro, the Spanish legend in the director's box. Looking on, decent goal scored by him. Not much of a goal scorer, he's more of a defender. He did get a couple of goals for Spain, and of course, I think it's Real Madrid. I'm going to get chastised for that if it's Barcelona now, but I'm pretty sure it's Real. Testing my childhood football knowledge there. Cucurella on the far left-hand side. Rodri with the ball in the middle of the pitch. Not really making too much progress so far. Towards the penalty area now though. Olmo's got a touch. He's taken away from defenders. He's surrounded. Doesn't get out of control. Goes out for a throw. Goal kick, sorry. So that was very, very close opportunity there. Yeah, it's Real Madrid. Okay, good. And then Bolton, of all places. Right, feel like I know a bit of football now. It is the big men on the far right-hand side is Lamine Yamal up against Doku, two very, very talented young players. And they are going at it together against each other today. It's probably equal at the moment. They both had a couple of successes against each other. But then there's obviously the fullback, the defender, they have to get beyond as well. And Pedro Porro for Doku and De Koipa for Lamine Yamal. Spain with the ball in their own half. It's Kubarsi standing over the ball. It's the feet of Ruiz. Rodri under a bit of pressure. He goes over towards Pedro Porro. He's fed it in towards Lamine Yamal. And Lamine Yamal's returned it straight to De Porro. De Porro has whipped that ball to the far side. It's a great vision. However, Baena was unable to keep that ball in. It's gone out for a goal kick, but that would have been absolutely sublime if it kept it. Because Pedro Porro on the half volley just kind of sliced across the ball. Plenty of backspin trying to keep the ball in play. But just evades Baena on the far side. Belgium take the goal kick. Take it short though, and now they've gifted the ball back to Spain, just inside their own half. And now Lamine Yamal stands over the ball. Doku picks up the loose ball, calls the referee. Michael Oliver waves on. Doku is just driving forward. He's not waiting for the referee's whistle at all. He is going. He picks up the ball again on the right hand side, over to the far right hand side now. Castaño whips it in towards the middle. It's taken there. It's a good header. Oh, it's a decent strike as well. I think it's a head. Clash here. De Koipa's being penalised here for clashing into the back of the defender. I think it's Pedro Porro. But that was very, very dangerous. It's De Koipa with the challenge on Lamine Yamal. Doku picks up the loose ball and Pedro Porro trying to head that ball away, and De Koipa comes to challenge it. I don't think there's a foul on it. Yeah, it's 50-50, but the referee deems it as a foul on Pedro Porro, the defender who's trying to clear it. So that is how it goes. Kubarsi brings the ball forward, finds its way to the left-hand side eventually via the way of a huge deflection, but Kubarsi picks up the loose ball. We go back to Laporte. Over the top, trying to find Lamine Yamal, but he's not that fast, and that was not very accurate, so Courtois comes flying out, scoops up the ball. Nice and easy for him. Long ball forward over the top, trying to find Tetteh. Tetteh has beaten Laporte in the air. He's coming all the way back through to Unai Simon. Simon getting under a bit of pressure there. Spain defenders coming through. Fluffed the lines a little bit there. That's a gifted opportunity, and Spain managed to recover. Dani Olmo in his own half. They're under pressure immediately. Skip past two. Skip past Doku. Now he needs some support here. Ngoy desperately trying to get back to defend. It's finding its way through. It's just been nipped away. It's a free kick to nothing offside. Lamine Yamal has been pulled up for a foul there, even supposing the edge of the box. I thought that was going to go Spain's way because it's a very, very dangerous position if so. And there would be plenty of candidates to take that if that had been in Spain's favour, but yeah, Lamine Yamal lost his footing. It wasn't an intentional foul. Kind of lost his footing, and then De Koipa's just tumbled over him backwards as he's trying to control the ball. But yeah, obstruction, not necessarily a foul, but obstruction. Ball played forward. It's been kicked out by Rodri as he's tried to clear the ball, though it's cannoned off the Belgian player, gone forward in behind Pedro Porro. But unfortunately, no Belgian players around for Rodri, and he's able to pick up this ball. They're coming forward once again. Dani Olmo in support. And then away it comes to Laporte. We are lining up for quite the game. The quarterfinals are looking very, very hot. Obviously, France making their way through. Spain against Belgium. Both of those teams are viable candidates to cause quite a game, and they will be facing France in the next round. And obviously, tomorrow we have England against Norway. That will be quite the contention. So, listen to that one because England desperately coming up against Erling Haaland. His tremendous defenders. Always Spain coming forward. A shot from distance. Calling for a deflection, looking for a corner there from Lamine Yamal. It's gone past the far post though. He's desperately claiming that to be a corner kick, but they might go to the VAR. I think it was Michela. So Lamine Yamal gets the ball, he's picked it up. I think it's taken nothing major. Michael Oliver is determined that it's a goal kick. goal kick it'll be. Anyway, England against Norway tomorrow, before obviously Switzerland try and make an upset as Lionel Messi and Argentina try to find their way to the semi-finals. But it could. It's teeing up nicely to be a repeat of the old World Cup final 4 years ago, France against Argentina. So that was quite the event, so I don't think there'll be too many neutral fans against that one. However, all eyes on this one here. Let's not discount either of these two teams, because Spain, a very good team. Belgium, also a very good team. Throw into Spain in their own half. Pedro Porro on his right-hand side finds Dani Olmo. Ball is fed back, and he's just lumped it up the pitch this time, trying to find a man. He found a man. A bit of a tussle going on there. I think there's Ngoy up against Oyarzábal. And Oyarzábal comes out victorious. Free kick inside his own half. Ngoy adjudged to be a bit too handsy in that situation. Free kick taken quickly by Spain though. On the deck. 22 minutes elapsed. Very, very close to the water break, the hydration break, so to speak. For the water break, since it's mostly Powerade that are feeding the players these days. Great little through ball by Dani Olmo, kind of a stepper. Lamine Yamal has kept that ball in play. Too busy calling for a free kick than getting on the end of the ball, but some very, very skillful play by Dani Olmo on the left-hand side, followed by Lamine Yamal beating his man, but not really following it up. Too much sitting, waiting, I guess, in La Liga. They're protected more by the referees, but Michael Oliver is letting the ball run, he's letting the game play, he's not taking any prisoners here. Dani Olmo, beautiful little flick through, De Kuiper completely flat-footed, desperately comes over to try and get the ball from Lamine Yamal, pushes Lamine Yamal off the pitch. Lamine Yamal, hands in the air, looking for the free kick instead, stopped dead, whereas De Kuiper just kept playing and retrieved the ball, so probably was a free kick to be perfectly honest, but Michael Oliver deeming it to be a fair challenge, and in La Liga, Lamine Yamal would have had that free kick a bit quicker. Anyway, hydration break as expected, as we are a quarter of the way through this game. No real chance on goal so far. It's been a bit of a midfield tussle more than anything else. There are flashes of what we can expect in terms of individual talent and excellence, but it hasn't really culminated in any chance so far. Lamine Yamal with a strike past the far post, an attempted header by I think it was De Kuiper with the back post, but otherwise very, very, very timid affair. Just no shots on target for either team. I just had to go double check, make sure I've not missed anything. Watched so much football lately. It's all blending into one big, massive football mess. Been a bit quiet so far from Oyarzábal and Baena. Haven't really got into it. Dani Olmo and Lamine Yamal. Seen plenty of those boys. And then Luis and Rodri dictating things, controlling the play from the back. Belgium, though, their main man seems to be Doku. They have not really been looking for Trossard on the right-hand side, and Charles de Ketelaere is looking totally isolated up top. He's been getting on the end of the headers, and he's been winning that ball up against Kubarsi and Aymeric Laporte, but no, he's backing him up. Water break, I need to run and grab a beer. Going to be running out, joining games. Helps to fuel my exceptional charisma. Looks like some instructions being relayed directly to Lamine Yamal by De La Fuente, the Spain manager. Huge hopes and huge expectations that he'll be running the show here. I'm sure he'd love to. Not quite falling for him so far this World Cup, but the stage is there. It is set. There's a good 60 minutes, 70 minutes of this to go. Potentially extra time, etc. Since neither team have really had a clear-cut chance. I hope this doesn't go into extra time and let's get to bed. But that is how it currently stands. It's 0-0, quarter of the game gone. Both teams more than capable of turning it on when they need to. Ball all the way back. It's in with Unai Simon. The attackers then launched it long, looking for Lamine Yamal. De Kuiper stoops low and heads it out for a throw into Spain on this right-hand side, inside Belgium's half though, but taken quickly back to Kubarsi. All the way back we go to Simon. 64 caps for Simon. Plenty of competition for that goalkeeper berth. Obviously, Spain, they have Kepa of Arsenal, David de Raya of Arsenal. There's plenty of talent between the sticks for Spain, but it's Unai Simon who's been the main man. Ter Stegen, he's German. Another goalkeeper for them. Very, very good. Javi Garcia. Belgium driving forward. Really fighting for that ball. Doku is on the ball now. He's beaten one man. He nearly beat them both there. Pedro Porro is looking super flat-footed. Gets enough on the ball. De Bruyne standing offside there as that ball came firing back through towards him. Rodri picks up the ball though and drives forward. Still in their own half though. Ruiz finds Cucurella on the far left-hand side. Driving down towards the 18-yard box of Belgium. Stops in his tracks. Goes backwards. Over towards Rodri. Rodri brings in, I think that's Kubarsi, who's just 25 yards away from Belgium's goal here. That's how many players Spain have forward. Lamine Yamal outside the foot, balled into the middle of the area. It's claimed by Courtois though. I think he was aiming for Baena, but it's the outside of the foot as he just tried to shoot that towards the middle. Great bend on it. Baena was just a yard away. Late challenge there. I think Oliver's going to call this one back, that's right. It's a late challenge on Castagna. Quickly taken. Baena, who barged into Castagna after he'd given that ball down the line. Referee tried to play advantage though, just to see if Charles de Ketelaere would get on the end of it, but he did not, so he's pulled back. Good advantage play by Michael Oliver. Ball played through by Doku into the feet of, there's De Bruyne. Driving forward, Doku picks up the ball once again. He's found Raskin, all the way to the right hand side, Castagna. Raskin. Good link up there between those two boys. Boy, they're camping outside Spain's penalty area, so switching sides. Who's camping outside whose penalty area? All the way back now, Belgium going to throw in half, just trying to draw, make some space between the lines of Spain. The shape's been pretty solid so far. De Bruyne digs that ball over the top, but everyone's standing offside. It's a good ball, plenty of backspin on it. If that had been run onto at the right time, that would have been very, very dangerous for Spain. Spain coming forward. It is Kubarsi standing over the ball, threads it through to the right hand side. Pedro Porro towards the 18-yard box to Lamine Yamal. The overlap to Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro pulls it back. Olmo, it's been struck towards Kubarsi. It's a great save and it's been struck in. Fabian Ruiz with the goal, and he celebrates, puts that ball up his shirt and signals. I guess he's a baby, but it is Fabian Ruiz who gets the goal, and that was out of nothing. Down the right-hand side, Pedro Porro linking up nicely with Lamine Yamal. It's played in towards the middle. Olmo with the first strike. Courtois clears it, not far enough. Ruiz driving into the penalty area from deep, smashed into the near empty net, but good link up there by no offside. Pedro Porro, plenty of space. Doku pulling backwards. Olmo takes it, and Ruiz picks up a loose ball. It looks like Boy fell asleep there. He was not picking up the man behind him, and Castagna as well, but unfortunately that was not cleared from Olmo's first strike. Courtois just stoops low to scoop that out from going into the goal, and it's through the legs of Castagna from Ruiz past Courtois, who was on the floor. Castagna did get a touch and it went through his legs, but not enough to keep it out of the goal, and it is 1-0 to Spain. It is Fabian Ruiz with the goal, and Belgium now have plenty of work to do because Spain are not known for conceding goals in this World Cup so far. And now Belgium need to crank it up a little bit, leave more space at the back, plenty more chances coming from Spain. players on the floor just here. I think there's a clash of heads or something. Michael Oliver's falling over. Spain players falling over.
Spain's
bleeding.
Ruiz.
I think it's 21. It's Castagna. He's dribbling blood from his face. I think there's an elbow on his face there. It's Cucurella swinging his elbow straight into the face of Castagna, who's standing just watching, and the elbow smashed straight into his nose or his eye, and he's pouring blood, and he should be okay. He's on his feet though. Just the impact of the elbow straight on the face, it just seems to have cut him open. Physios are on the pitch, trying to patch him up. Castagna pouring blood onto the pitch surface at the moment. Hopefully they can stem the flow. 1-0 here to Spain. Fabian Ruiz with the goal. Courtois with a good save to begin with from Dani Olmo. Kept the Barcelona man out for the Paris Saint-Germain player Fabian Ruiz. First to react in the Belgian penalty area. Castagna and Ngoy were just caught flat-footed there. Ruiz smashes it into the empires. We're playing. Looks like Castagna is being treated on the far side. Seeing Penelope Cruz and I think there's Paul Gallagher in the crowd as well, supporting De Bruyne perhaps. So we'll be seeing Pedro Porro on the ball here, linking up with Lamine Yamal. I guess the Man City connection strong on both teams, with Rodri and with Doku. Supporting Man City players, I guess. The Gallery is a big fan of Man City, as we all well and truly know. Kubarsi driving forward here, back to business. Lamine Yamal on this right-hand side, squaring up to two defenders. The Kuipers, Doku comes flying in. It's dinked towards the back post, and Goy with the headed clearance. The Tetteh is away from the ball there. Pedro Porro standing on the ball now. Kubarsi into the feet of Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is through the legs of one defender. He's been nudged to the ground here. I think it's going to be a free kick. Michael Oliver, yes. 33 minutes on the clock, and Lamine Yamal was bursting through the middle there. He's just been shouldered from behind. I think it was Jeremy Doku. Wrong side of the man. He's straight through the legs of Raskin, I think it was. Doku desperately trying to get goal side. Pulls on his shoulder. Shoves him in the end. Clear free kick. Too easy for Michael Oliver to really make a call there. And it is going to be a free kick to Spain, right on the edge of the 18-yard box, in a very good position, a very good angle, but the wall is set. It's a 5-man wall with a draft excluder included, and with Thibaut Courtois in goal. Might take something special here to beat the big man, but if anyone knows how to do it, it's the Barcelona boys. They come up against him regularly enough in La Liga. So let's see if they can get the better of Courtois on this occasion on the World Cup stage. It looks like it's Lamine Yamal standing over the ball. Rafael was trying to organise the Spanish wall, which is standing to the right-hand side of Belgium's wall between the goalkeeper. It's struck. Lamine Yamal, it's straight towards the goal. It's bouncing around. It's been cleared. The wall did its job. Courtois did its job. And ultimately, Belgium cleared quite nicely. It's going to be a corner kick, first corner kick of the game even. Lamine Yamal struck that ball quite nicely. Courtois reacts. It's pretty much exactly where he's standing. To be fair, he didn't need to dive to save that one. Decent strike by Lamine Yamal. It's the first corner kick of the game. It's taken short by Baena to Ruiz. Ruiz over towards Olmo. Referee getting in the way here. Referee's blocked off Olmo. He's even facing Olmo. He's putting his hands up. He's apologising, but that was a bit. Dani Olmo did let the ball run past him. Michael Oliver just pushed Olmo out of the way there as well. He's apologising, hands up, what did he do? He was running towards him. Be a drop ball to Spain. But the referee just explained to Dani Olmo it would be a drop ball in Spain's favour, but Spain had just taken the ball a bit quicker, perhaps it would have been more in their favour. But Belgian substitutions warming up. Is Lukaku and Tetteh on the bench, who are warming up at the moment, but I don't think we'll be seeing them too soon. Manager can't be too disappointed, but have kind of lost their way a little bit now. They had the ball in Spain's half in the last 20 minutes or so, actually. There's a ball through. It's Baena. He struck it. I think there's calls for that to be a handball. Mike Oliver has called a handball afterwards. I guess he just let that ball run just in case they can review it as per usual. But as he tries to chest it down, he's angled his body. It's on the outside of his right arm, so it is definitely a handball, but it could have been his chest to be fair. Offside. Belgium with a long ball forward, desperately trying to make something happen. They had De Bruyne and Doku trying to drive forward. We have Brad Pitt on the stands here as well, supporting Team USA, who have of course been knocked out. Let's not tell him that, he's still wearing his USA shirt. I guess he's here as a football fan. It is Simon on the ball. Father hitting the ball. The youngster of Barcelona. Launched that ball off the pitch though, but Belgium defending against it first. Olmo trying to fire it forward towards Lamine Yamal. However, it's De Kuiper who gets onto the ball and finds back to Courtois. Courtois with a long board over the halfway line it goes. It's found the head of Charles de Kettler once again. However, Rodri picks up the loose ball, cuts inside of De Bruyne. De Bruyne is giving chase to two former Man City teammates. One of them, Rodri, being linked to Real Madrid this summer. Will he still be there next season? He'll be joining Cucurella. Well, in the World Cup was announced, it was the first time in a long, long time Real Madrid had no, I think first time ever even, Real Madrid had no players in the Spain squad, so they had to go buy one in the shape of Cucurella. Charles de Kettler, loose control there, and Rodri's nipped over, stolen that ball. But Spain were desperately trying to get into the penalty area. They're trying a bit too much, too many flicks and tricks. Belgium just simple defending in the end, just clear that ball. Find Charles de Kettler, he tries to control the ball, bounces off his knee, and Spain recover. So, made it way too easy for them, unfortunately. Bursting through the middle, it's threaded through towards Olmo, it's cut out though. Up in towards Raskin it goes. Oh, it's a late challenge by Cucurella. I think Trossard has picked himself back up though. Charles de Kettler gets to that ball first, he's battling with Merrick Laporte. That's a good tussle, that's a good throw in there. Charles de Kettler has won that ball. It's a throw in to Belgium on that far right hand side in line with the 18-yard box. There's a little bit of argy-bargy with Laporte and Kettler on the far right hand side, but nothing comes of it in the end, which is good. It's a throw in. Belgium going backwards, they're in a decent position there, but they've just gone back towards their own halfway line. Charles de Kettler nudged in the back by Cucurella. Cucurella, a bit of afters there, perhaps from the Laporte thing, but referee waves play on Yamal onto this right-hand side. Yamal drifting inside this time. He's got Doku as a shadow. Lamine Yamal onto this right-hand side for Pedro Porro. Rodri standing over the ball, whips the far side towards Cucurella. Cucurella takes the touch, steadies himself, lays it onto Dani Olmo. Rodri out towards Lamine Yamal, great touch. He beats De Kuiper, he's beating everybody, and he just struck it straight towards goal, and it's into the side netting at the near post. But Lamine Yamal has woken up since that hydration break, and he has got De Kuiper, he's got Doku in his pocket. He is bossing things right now, and Doku needs to wake up because he's being schooled by Lamine Yamal. Doku's not had a touch inside Spain's half in a long time. It's not looking like he's going to get too many touches if he keeps going this way. This is his touch now. There you go. Right on cue. He's just got the ball in Spain's half. He's right up against Pedro Porro. Can he make something happen? He goes towards the byline, threads it through towards the back post. Puts it up to Trossard. Trossard outside the 18-yard box now towards the edge. Castagna back on the pitch, threads it through. It's pretty poor crossing to be fair. Back onto the right-hand side. Belgium whipping in towards Charles de Kettler. It's a 1-1. Belgium have scored. It's Charles de Kettler with the header.
The score of the match, Spain.
Great.
Belgium is 1-1.
Castagna. That's well worked. Very patient by Belgium, and it's 1-1. First goal. It is from Belgium. It is Charles de Kettler from at the beginning, and he is on fire. This is his 5th goal of the World Cup.
The scorer of Belgium's goal is de Kettler.
He's got a tooth missing by the looks of it. He's got blood pouring down his face, but he has just assisted on that right hand side. Trossard whips over towards Shazka. He's miles onside. He takes a touch, he whips in. First cross was awful. He gets a second bite of the apple though. It's De Bruyne who feeds him through. Great first time pass into the space. Tetteh beats, I think it's Laporte to the ball. Yeah, he's batting. Oh, it's Kubarsi. Kubarsi's on the wrong side. Laporte nowhere near him, and Tetteh nods it down into the ground. Very difficult for the goalkeeper to get to. It bounces up around his knee, and it's gone just beyond the tips of his toes. 1-1. Well worked, Belgium. Credit where credit's due. That was a well worked goal. Game on. Last 5 minutes of regular time. I think we'll be seeing at least another 5 minutes with the hydration break and the smash to Castanha's face. Unintentional, of course, by Cucurella, who was flailing his arms around like a lunatic. Over it comes to Kubarsi inside his own half. Pedro Porro launches it down the pitch. Heavy touch by De Koipa. Lamine Yamal tries to get on the end of that one though. Forward, cut out. Nice touch by Castanha. Belgium foot on the ball. Spain in retreat. Has this seen a turn in forward? Spain looking a little bit more. Over comes to Mekala. Nearly got caught out there by Olmo. Trossard feeds it in towards Tetteh. Nearly beats Kubarsi. He's come firing through. Has De Bruyne. De Bruyne's had his legs taken out there. Yep, it's been seen by the referee. De Bruyne was about to burst forward, and I think it's Kubarsi who's just pulled on De Bruyne's legs and pulled him to the floor. He's been booked for it. He's looking around innocent, but he did pull on his leg. You can see he's pulling his shorts. You can't really be complaining because he had a full handful of his shorts and tripped them. So anyway. It's a professional foul. It needs to be done because otherwise De Bruyne was away. But how Kubarsi into the book. It's the first player to be booked in this game. Honestly, if you're going to get booked for something, it may as well be that, to be fair, because otherwise De Bruyne was away. Over to the right-hand side, the Belgium coming forward. It's Castanha into the feet of Trossard. Back he goes to Ngoy. Belgium are now really found their stride. Raskin back over to Ngoy, still in Spain's half, passing the ball around quite comfortably, but under intense pressure. Spain do not give up territory easily. They've won the throw-in on the far right-hand side. It's Tetteh, just keeps off the, I think it's Ruiz who is challenging him. All the way back we go towards Mekla. Feeds it to the feet. Oh, it's been dinked rather haplessly. It's been run back though in the middle, lunging tackle. Lamine Yamal puts up the ball. It's going to be pulled back though, tussling there with I think De Koipa. It's a free kick to Lamine Yamal, just inside Belgium's half. There were a couple of long tackles there. I think it was on Fabian Ruiz. It was Van Aken who managed to launch himself towards that one desperate as he's trying to win that ball back. It's a loose ball. All the way back it goes. Kubarsi. Plenty of Spain players in Belgium's half. What can they do with this one? There's just a couple of minutes left of time here. We're 30 seconds away from added time, so I'm guessing there'll be 5 minutes added. But Lamine Yamal twisting and turning on the far right hand side. In towards the feet of Pedro Porro. He's launched it towards the top corner, but it's gone sailing wide. Nowhere near the goal, to be honest, but Courtois just let that one sail. A couple of questions here being raised by the management team of, I think that's Spain. So De La Fuente. See if they'll make any changes at half-time, but they should be pretty confident how things have been going. Yeah, there will be 5 minutes of added time as expected. So throw in to Spain inside their own half on the right-hand side. Should be taken by Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro with the ball in his hands. Taken over by Kubarsi, the man on the yellow card. Back into Laporte. Still in the centre circle, just trying to find a way forward. He's dinked over the top towards Dani Olmo. Dani very nearly plucked out of the air. That through ball by Kubarsi, inch perfect. Dani Olmo nearly plucked out of the air at full stretch, at full speed. But out for a goal kick it goes, corner kick, sorry, because Mechelen panicked and just smashed it out rather aimlessly. He had plenty of time to deal with that accordingly, but it will be a corner kick to Spain. Spain take the corner kick towards the near post. It's De Bruyne with the header. It'll be another corner kick. Over on the far side. That's who's taking the corner kicks, but that ball was fizzed in, but did not be the first man. The ball is fizzed in once again. It does be the first man. It's bouncing around towards the feet of Ruiz. Ruiz struck it. It's been blocked. Charles de Ketelaere is beating his man. Ruiz is on his shoulder. De Ketelaere has tried to fire it through towards Doku on that far side. It's been cut out by Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo now driving forward. He's fed the ball through on the left-hand side. It's coming forward from Spain. Spain on the front foot. Twisting and turning. It's allowed the Belgians to get back. Lamine Yamal on that far left-hand side. He's swapped sides with Baena. He's twisting and tying himself into the knot there. Oyarzabal into the woods. That he's been cut out. There's a hopeful ball in towards the middle. Nowhere near its mark. Michael Oliver just signalling that's a goal kick. There were calls for it to be a penalty, saying there were hands on shoulders and such, but absolutely not the case. I think they're calling it as a handball on Raskin, but yeah, he was hitting that ball down, hardly touched him. Hit his chest first. But that is a goal kick to Belgium, and it's Thibaut Courtois who is launching it off the pitch straight down the middle. Doku gets that ball, that he controlled it beautifully. Nudged in the back, that should have been foul. Referee's missed the trick there because Pedro Porro knocked Doku off balance. He controlled that ball beautifully. And he stopped it almost dead. But then it's Pedro Porro who's flying through the back of him. Knocked him off balance. And he's going to have for a throw in to Spain. Spanish players have run into each other here. That's going to be a head injury. I think he's calling the physios on because that was I think it's Oyarzabal and Olmo have run straight into each other. Saying Ngoy pushed him, but absolutely not the case. He's gone forehead to chin, Olmo on Oyarzabal. Ngoy didn't do much there, to be honest, so the referee says it was not a push, so that's fair. Just had his hand on his back. Let's see if those two boys were okay, but there's a bit of cause for concern because there was a clash of heads there. I think it's forehead to chin, so at least it's not head to head. A bit defensive as well. They kind of realised it was coming, so they're able to brace themselves for it. But yeah, they're both back up. That's good. Oliver with the ball in his hands feeds it straight back towards Mechelen there, but a bit of unfair play by Spain because they're frantically trying to charge that ball down. Typically in those situations you allow the team receiving the drop ball to play it backwards, but not the case. Anyway, Belgium coming forward. Doku into the penalty area of Spain on this left-hand side. Plenty of step-overs. He's got Rodri there. He's tripped Rodri. Pedro Porro trying to whip towards the back post.
The first half is over. The score of the match, Spain.
There were three Spanish players trying to block him off there. I think there was a foul on De Ketelaere in the build-up to that too, but the referee let that one go again. There was plenty of pushing and shoving on the poor guy. But it was Doku who got the ball on the left-hand side. He trying to make things happen, but honestly, I think he just kind of ran out of space on the pitch. We've seen him take on three players before in the Premier League or so, but not on this occasion. Not against Spain. Free kick to Belgium on the halfway line. And that is time. It's on the Raskin, barge in the back by Oyarzabal. Just nudged him with his elbows to try to control that ball. Raskin hits the deck. It is 1-1 here. It is Fabian Ruiz with the first goal for Spain. Before Belgium equalised with Charles de Ketelaere with a great header up against Kubarsi. See you back in 15 minutes time. And I expect seeing more goals. This game has completely opened up. It's going to be end-to-end action.
Mistakes, then we can hurt this Spanish team.
We have a game on our hands, Steve Crossman. Half-time here in LA. The reigning European champion, Spain.
YFM 107.9.
The 2026. joining the commentary late might have missed the fact that Belgium were up against it before they even started the match, weren't they? Because of this injury to their captain, Yuri Tielemans, in the warm-up. Sometimes when you face that kind of adversity, it does kind of galvanise the team, doesn't it? And it took Belgium a little while to get into the game, but that goal, that equaliser, was a really well-worked goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and truly, it's actually been a part of their story in this World Cup, in everything, in the way they've been able to fight back a lot of, what I would call upsets. They've been able to find a way back when it's not really worked for them. How they managed to get those goals against Senegal. Then the whole story about Balogun, the USA man, getting his red card overturned, and then they came into that game with all that surrounding it, won by 4-1. And then today they are into losing their captain and starting the first half all going down by a goal and then coming back. It seems to be a team that is gradually building and growing stronger in the tournament, but they have a very important 45 minutes to prove that they can do this. If they're able to beat Spain, I'll call it an upset here in the semi-final. But so far, they have shown a lot, because losing your captain can be a very difficult thing, because you need somebody to quickly step in and galvanize the boys. I think they've done very well to keep it where it is at the moment, even though there is so much work to be done.
And just flashes in that first half from Lamine Yamal. We've wanted something from him. He's been teasing us, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was really good to see him trying the shot, dribbling players. I think it was one he dribbled about 3 players, and then he took a shot that went to the side net. We still feel a bit that there's the hurriedness about him. He's rushing in a bit, but I can see that the head coach and a few of the experienced players are calming him down. I can understand that he feels that he's slightly left behind in the way the Stars have made things look out here, but obviously I'm sure there's still a lot more to come from him in the second half.
Yeah, we look forward to that. Yep, 1-1 then in that quarter-final in Los Angeles. Much more from George Addo to come as well here on World Cup Sports World. But plenty of players have made names for themselves at this World Cup. But what does that mean for their value in the transfer market? And does the extent of modern scouting mean there's no surprise packages anymore? Well, that's the subject of our latest More Than the Score podcast with Mani Jazmi.
Conventional wisdom states that you should
from the beginning. The financing will not and they will use their possession to try and build from the back, progressively through the middle and then to the attacking third and try and create a lot of chances, especially in your defensive area. You know, and you look at their team, their wide players technically are good. Somebody like Lamine Yamal, for the first 25-30 minutes, he was not getting his game on. He was being bullied. But once he starts going, you know, he started making the difference in the game for the Spaniards. And it hasn't been easy for the Belgians marking them, because you look at the attackers, they are all running into spaces anytime the team have possession. So they create a lot of openings in the Belgium defense. That's how come they were able to get their goal in the 30th minute. You know, a very good through pass from Lamine Yamal. You see that the entire defense line of the Belgian team was cut open. You know, so it tells you that yes, they are using their weak play very well, and then they are supporting play from the midfielders who run into the channels to finish off the second balls has been very good. With the Belgians too, yes, they've not been creating enough chances. In fact, they've not created any. As at the time they scored their goal, you know, they've only had one shot on target. You know, so it tells you that they were not doing much. But football is a game of moments. Once your moment comes, you take your chances, and then that's it. And that's what happened. One good attack they did going forward, and they gave them the opportunity, and they got the equalizer, and it was a good, beautiful goal. You look at the striker who scored a goal, he has been very unanimous in the game, but when the opportunity came as a striker, look at the weight he puts on
to get the header.
Kubasi to get the header, you know, tells you the kind of striker he is. He's able to hold up play, draw other players to himself, but has not been able to do that effectively so far, apart from the goals that he scored. But so far, he hasn't been bad for both sides.
So far, it hasn't been bad for both sides, Coach Alfred Nijani. And let me tell you that we are ably supported by Electroland Ghana Limited, by Rockma Pharma, by Star Oil, Sportybet, and Rand Lottery. So we are still here. If you just joined us, it's the live coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and the quarter-final games began yesterday. Today is the second day. Emilabalu, Spain finally conceded a goal. After how many matches? 5 matches.
Yeah,
that's going to upset them.
Yeah,
that's going to upset them and affect their play in the second half. Am I wrong?
I don't really think so. I mean, I think they've done well. I think they've played against tougher opponents. I think the game against Portugal was one game that comes to mind. A very tough Portuguese team, but they were able to hold the Portuguese. So for me, I was just surprised the way the goal came, because I didn't see it coming, because Spain dominated and controlled the game perfectly. The Belgians came in to play
more tool list
at both ends of the field. So you had Trossard and Duke doing a lot more defending than attacking. But anytime they take their players on, you could see a bit of loopholes at the right and left back of the Spanish team, because they attack a lot. And for me, I think one of the things that have worked for Spain a lot is that come up against, spend more time trying to, limit the number of goals they concede rather than attacking the Spanish defense. Again, it's because they hold the ball a lot. When they starve you of possession. So once you don't have the ball, you can't hit them, and that's what they've done so far. But I think the Belgian team has done so well, especially missing the captain of the side. Yeri Tillemans is out of this particular game, but they've held their own against Spanish midfield. And for me, the second half is going to be very, very crucial. And we've seen it in the game against US and the game against Senegal, that when it gets to probably the 65th minute, okay, they'll throw in Lukaku. And we know the strength of Lukaku up front there. He can bully every defender around. He's very, very strong.
The goal idol.
And I'm looking at, he has come off the bench to score 3 goals so far in this particular tournament, even though he hasn't played throughout the season. So I'm looking at how I give a lot of room for the light to run routes at the wings. But so far, I think it has been a very good game.
So far, it has been a very good game. And Coach, I will ask you that same question. In the last 5 games they've played, they've never had the challenge of coming back to fight to equalize the goal. Today, they have that challenge. Do you think they will survive it? Because they drew goalless, they won 3-0, they won 4-0, and then another 1-0, last minute 1-0 with Portugal. So they have not considered a goal that they have to come back and fight for.
But it looks like in recent times, Spain have caused a lot of troubles for France whenever they meet. So don't you think psychologically going up against Spain again will be ringing in the heads of the French players?
Well,
again, we have
this is the World Cup. All tournaments and all meetings aside, this is the World Cup. They have the goods, Mbappe, you understand me? And when it comes to the track record of Spain in recent World Cups, from their 2010 triumph that saw the 2018, 2022, it's been disaster after disaster. So this is a squad that is not used to playing that consistent and good football in the knockout stages of this generation in a very long time. So I don't really see them trying to pose that much of a danger to France if they should proceed to the semi-finals of this competition, because mind you, some players of this French national team held the trophy in 2018. Some even were part of the squad that featured in the World Cup final of the previous World Cup, and here they are. So it gives you a team. France come with a team that have played in 2 World Cup finals and also have tasted a lot of knockout football when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. But this Spanish national team from the previous World Cup has seen the likes of Pablo Sarabia not in. Nico Williams is not even fit to play. Lamine Yamal wasn't in the previous one. Ansu Fati isn't in here. Adama Traore isn't in here. Alvaro Morata, who is their captain at the moment, isn't even in the squad, and a whole lot of other players are not in here. So this is basically a new team full of promise and potential who have broken some ice, as in terms of the fact that Spain haven't been able to make it past the round of 16 in 3 successful cups, and here they are in the quarterfinal. Even yes, they might be able to proceed to the next stage of the competition, but been so exceptional against France.
Well, in no time, the second half will be commencing. Your final score?
Well, I'll still stick with my 2-1.
In favor of?
In favor of Spain.
So Ebenezer Sadari believes Spain will go to the semi-final and set up an encounter with France. There's still 45 minutes to play. Let's join the action.
Drink till we win. Give me the cup, the championship. Told him I'm bringing it back to the crib.
So the players are out from the tunnel, and the second half will soon commence at the SoFi Stadium. You are still listening to us live here on 3FM 92.7 as your continuous coverage of the 2026 World Cup. And Spain would playing from right to left in the second half, and Belgium will be playing from left to right in this second half as well. No changes to tell you about. The teams still maintain their shapes and personnel. Spain, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. Same for Belgium, 4-2-3-1. Simon imposed for Spain. Pedro Porro, Pau Kubasi, Emery Port, and Marco Correa, the back four for Spain. Rodri and Fabian, the 2 holding midfielders, and Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, and Baena. The lone striker, Mikel Oyarzabal. For Belgium, it's Courtois in post, Timothy Castagne on the right-hand side, and Goy and Michel, the defensive partnership. The Kuiper on the left-hand side, Raskin and Van Aken are the 2
defensive midfielders. Leandro Trossard on the right-hand side, De Bruyne in the number 10 role, and on the left-hand side is Jeremy Doku. Up top is the goal scorer, Charles de Ketelaere. It's Leandro Trossard, and is fuming after referee Michael Oliver whistled for the infringement. Thibaut Courtois out of his goal area to launch one forward, looking for Charles de Ketelaere. Manages to keep the ball in play. On the right-hand side, Belgium operate. And the ball has rolled out for a goal kick. Luis de la Fuente looking on concerningly as a side who are the European champions aim to reach the last four of the World Cup for the first time in 16 years. It's a nice one coming out of his goal area to gather the ball for Spain. Emerick Laporte to Pau Kubasi. It's Spain coming forward from their own defensive third. The ball goes forward to Rodri, Fabian Ruiz.
As we saw,
and Spain, Belgium defense. It's been very difficult for Spain. It's a pink ball in the middle of the park. Raskin takes over possession for Belgium. Timothy Castan joins the action on the right-hand side. Leandro Trossard goes quicker than the ball, so the ball rolls out for a throw-in. Goes quicker than the ball, so the ball rolls out for a throw-in. He moved too quickly. It was on a tad quicker.
Side, so it was
Rudy Garcia and Kevin De Bruyne finds Jeremy Doku, who now goes toe-to-toe with Emerick Laporte, and he wins a corner kick. He was looking for a foul, but
subdued, especially in the first part of before the hydration break. It's very passive, just waiting for the ball to finally fit themselves, but Spain grew into it. They came out more explosively with Lamine Yamal in particular. It's the time for them to shine. And I'm expecting Belgian midfield, especially Doku, De Bruyne, get a bit more time on the ball now, because Spain, the pressure starts to mount on these guys, because they are the firm favourites to win, of course. They'll be frantically trying to force things to happen, as we just saw there with Kubasi and Yamal. Just take a wee look. As this ball is in place, Spain passing around. Found the rhythm a little bit again now, perhaps. Goes Cucurella to Emerick Laporte. Just feeding the ball over to Kubasi. I guess they're trying to cement a bit more control of this, because they are losing the way somewhat. As the Belgians were more than happy to explode onto the scene. As if there might be substitution being lined up here. There's plenty of back and forth on the sidelines. Can't see who's warming up. Try and take a little peek. Spain is a ball at their feet in their own half though, so no real pressure for Belgium at the moment. I'm sure Belgium are happy for them to keep the ball when they're that far away. But they are in possession, that's the main thing. As the coach always said, you can only score a goal if you have possession. So, credit to you, Mr. Harris. You weren't wrong. I'm really struggling to get on the ball at the moment. Pretty much on the track at the moment. Spain not creating too much either, to be fair. They are very passive in their play. It's well and good having all this possession, but not doing anything with it, then where's the question, what's the point? On the ball, it was the Fanaken. He's had a quiet game so far. Fanaken, Belgium seems to have found their rhythms again. Doku with poor control. He's nearly tough. No real clear-cut chance for either team. Comes this far right-hand side for Belgium. It's Castagna seems to have recovered from that busted nose in the first half. Through his elbow in the face by Kukurea. Belgium on that far left-hand side is Doku linking up nicely. Charles Tetteh getting out of the way. Make it struck into the side netting. Charles Tetteh absolutely leathered that ball. Unfortunately, it was into the side netting, but De Bruyne with a touch into Doku. Doku tried to thread the ball back in towards Fanaken. It was put out by the defender. And it was picked up. Straight into the roof of the side netting. Substitution. Two substitutions even for Spain. Baena off, Ruiz off, that makes sense. Torres and Pedro on. So a couple of Barcelona players being brought into the equation. Paris Saint-Germain man and the Atletico Madrid player making way. Move to the far side, Lamine Yamal. On the far right hand side, Lamine Yamal puts it into the feet of Pedri. He's just come on, tries to feed it through Ngoy, kicks that ball far along to Kubarsi. Kubarsi on the ball alongside Pedro Porro, linking up nicely with Rodriguez all the way back towards Courtois. Porte walking forwards, finds the feet of Olmo. Olmo turns Kukurea. Back into Olmo on his left-hand side. Belgium defending nicely, good structure, good shape. De Bruyne and Trossard forcing Spain to look down the right-hand side instead. Pedro Porro alongside Lamine Yamal. He's got Doku, he's up against Doku, and then bursting forward is Panakin. To the right hand side, it's whipped towards the back post, high and wide over the goal. Courtois just wants to sail over his crossbar, and then a substitution for Belgium now as well. I think it's Axel Witsel. He's getting some pep talk by Onana. Obviously, not injured, he probably would have been the preferred choice to come on. Axel Witsel is a legend in these parts being Belgium. It looks like probably being removed for him. It's a bit of a cry game. De Bruyne with a heavy challenge there on Pedri. Ball goes out for a throw and taken good by Cucurella. Just inside Belgium's half. It's the feet of Rodri. Rodri probably going to try and find Olmo. Then goes back to Kubarsi. Pedro Porro to Pedri. Towards Lamine Yamal. Boston and teammates linking up nicely. Ball is whipped in at pace. Courtois comes out. It's just about to find the feet of Cucurella, but the sliding tackle there by Trossard. And then Rodri picks up the loose ball. Spain go again inside Belgium's half. And a moment's rest at the moment. Dani Olmo, Pedri, has been fully involved since coming on. Much more so than Fabian Ruiz. Rodri, Laporte. Once again, see plenty of action. Over to Lamine Yamal. He's got two defenders out there, the typical duo, De Kuiper and Yeremi Doku. The new father, of course, he was granted permission to travel home. Very controversially granted permission to go home for the birth of his first child. So, regions there, what you will. He's fouled though. Lamine Yamal tracking back and takes Doku out. Just tripped him up a little bit. Just got his body between the ball and Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal from behind pushes him over. Into Oliver quickly with a free kick. Belgium's substitutes are getting ready. Lukaku and Axel Witsel. Witzel on for
minutes live.
with the strike, tight angle, but Lamine Yamal just jinks inside, threads the ball through then, and the boy has to come over and gets his studs on the ball. Probably could have been a bit more aggressive in blocking that ball, but just the studs as they shoot up, and that was enough in the end.